Hey, welcome back to Monstar Gaming. I wanted to talk about this game again. It's one that I had tried before. Definitely played it for a little bit and then got a little stuck. Most of these free games, regardless of which ones you're doing, that are kind of city building or anything kind of close to that, you're going to find little pressure points basically, or places where you're going to get stuck. And that's the nature of it, is that you're going to run out of space, or you need so many resources, or you need to wait so much time to get to the next thing unlocked, um, that it's interesting because it's some of these games you don't really need to be playing constantly. You kind of have to wait for this, that, and the other thing. But I was recently thinking about some games. I'm definitely playing Elvenar on the other side. But actually, what came up in that last video, which is interesting, is trying to get some more players to play. There's so many different servers that, yeah, that's a tricky one. Unless you find people who are brand new, or you go into one of the like Facebook groups or these other groups that you can go to get new players, that's going to be a really tricky one. So I was thinking, there's so many other fun games that I played over the years, that are still live, still have stuff going on. And this is one of them. So I just wanted to go and talk about this one briefly. I think a few years ago they had a little update where they had kind of restructured everything a little bit. But it's still a really fun game. The whole premise of this is basically a city builder, but you're building a city, and your city's going to grow as your airport grows, because it's the airport is the primary source of uh, like new people coming by and business and just the economy there. I mean, there is a little bit of an economy for sure in the city, but that economy is to help you develop and grow the airport. So right now I have one, two, three, four different hangars here. Periodically in the game, you will get more passengers, which is cool, and that keeps track of that. The green bar is for your helicopters. So this is one of those games where you're going to be sending planes out, helicopters out to different locations to then get resources. Um, should probably try to get a upgrade that guy. The more you send them out, the more they become proficient with it. 8 minutes for this one, 10 minutes for that. Snowdonia, let's take you there. It's gassing up. This is for these materials here. There's in-game dollars. They look like dollar bills there. Hold on to those. There will be sometimes areas where you might want to spend those a little bit, like expanding and other things, but try to hold on to those if you can. Let's see if I can send this guy. Do I have all these? Is there anything else? Lake Baikal, Yellowstone. And I like the little graphic. It's pretty cool. But let's see. And there's a lot of different size planes. I'm not super, I guess, advanced in the game yet. Like I said, I kind of stopped here and there. But the three smallest planes are the Swallow, the Swift, and then I have a couple owls. We want to get a hawk. Planes are really expensive. Once you get the planes, you can level them up and do different things, which is really cool. But just like in Elvenar and other games like this, there are little quests that you want to follow. Usually they'll take you in the right direction. So this is a little book up here. Let's see. Visit that Arctic Station. The cool thing is you don't have to remember exactly which plane goes where, helicopters, etc. So you can do show me and it'll take you right to where you need to go to do it. So this one you'll see I need an owl and I need him to fly. Does it tell you if it's available? I don't think I have any planes right now, do I? Nope. So unfortunately I can't send that out. On the top right over here, there's number 2. These are 2 planes that are guest planes that are looking to land. And if you allow them to land, I'm going to let this one land here. You'll see him pop up right here and he lands. Usually they refuel. Sometimes they drop off passengers. Add a couple little points. So that's kind of like a passive thing you can do pretty regularly as long as you have the space for them. I just click on that and collect those goods for the helicopter. Perfect. All right. Then you can see the little hat there. That means that they're ready to give you the, what you're getting out of it. Cool. It's going to refuel, and then he's going to go on his merry little way. Now, the blue one here is your plane. So that's telling me that I have 4 planes up in the air. And this is how much time I have to wait for them to come back. The 4th one is a helicopter, it looks like. Yeah, so those are going to take quite a while. Now, did I click on that? Oh, right. I was going to buy another plane, but I couldn't afford it. So right now I only have 3 planes. Let's see. This is a shop. What I want to get is the Raven, I believe. Yeah, I think it's the Raven. And then see how it tells you. And I can change the color paint on them. I think basic, and then you can upgrade this and that to modify it even further. That's the Raven. That tells you the capacity, tank capacity, flight duration. So it gives 12 hours, 6 hours. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm not going to buy anything yet because I can't afford any of those. That one I'm going to refuse because I don't have the runway. So down here you have 2 pieces of runway. I think in the beginning they had more, and then they said, hey, 2 works. And it actually does, even if you have a bunch of planes. The animations are pretty quick to get them on and off. You see the little arrows, so you can upgrade those at some point. Cool, I just got that. And you collect things from the various different places you go to. You collect things, you can get sets, etc. There's a lot of cool stuff there. But you can see that this runway here is a level 3, and this one is a level 2. So basically, you'll be able to let planes land on the 3, anything that's 3 or below, and the other one anything 2 or below. And that one's going to take off. So let's see. This is telling me the Arctic station still. Let's see. What does it say? Build a. There's a bunch of stuff I have to build, but I do not have any space to build any of this stuff. Flight sent. What does it say? To get collectibles. There's a new mission available every day. Oh, okay. So these are the ones that kind of go on their own. Perfect. Okay. All right. So like I said, I'm still waiting for those guys to come back, get some more passengers. Oops, I meant my capacity. I have plenty of fuel, so I'm good there. I think I can send this helicopter somewhere. So I should be looking at my tasks and see which one needs to go where. Send this guy to Sardinia. And then this is that. I don't remember what that is. It must be like a bonus that I have, and it's gonna time out at some point, so that's fine. And then like I always want to be producing something here because I'm going to need that resources for the helicopters. Yeah, so there are also neighbors. So these are people that you can help out. You can acquire them. Let's see, waiting. And you can visit all these guys. These top 2 that I have here are the computer players. So you can visit them and kind of help them out. So you can go visit, yeah, like I just said, sorry, help them out. It also gives you kind of like friendship points the more you help out. Yeah, cool. So that's kind of briefly it right there. Like I said, it's very casual. When you start, you're probably going to have the little planes that are going to come back every few minutes. So you might feel like, oh, I got to stay on because they're coming right back and this and that. So you can, and it'll tell you which flights are compatible with the plane. So if you got a Swallow, you can only do 2 things. Training flight for a minute or small village for 3 minutes. Swift can go further. Egypt, Cyprus, and Podgorica. I think there's an event, which is the little flowers there, so there must be something going on. Sri Lanka, Sao Paulo, Bali. Okay, that one's... Okay, I like that they have the little book there, so I can instantly see which ones are connected to missions. So I think I'm just waiting for people to come back. In the meantime, I'll let this guy land. And actually, my helicopter should be back in 25 seconds. Oops. So it should be somewhere over here. And they do have events periodically. You can actually be part of like an alliance type thing, and they have events that you can all participate in. But I have actually enjoyed this one on my own. But I think eventually, if I kind of start picking up the pace a little bit with things, I might try to do that. But all kinds of different upgrades all over the place. You can expand, all kinds of stuff. Oh, there's a helicopter right there. So let me collect that, and then I will be done with this video. And he's going to need some maintenance. So that'll be 15 minutes to do that. And I still got planes in the air. Some more passengers for the helicopter when that's ready. And my little mission book isn't telling me that I have anything that's ready to complete or almost ready to complete. Let's look at this. So this is my store of all the different buildings that you can have. Some are going to be a lot more efficient than others. So even though they're pretty generic and whatever they are, always look for efficiency if you can. What is that? Speed up? What does that mean? All right. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. Do you have any questions or curious further? I'm going to try playing. I want to progress a little bit further. I want to get a little bit more land and then possibly unlock another hangar over here. But yeah, some of the stuff's going to take me quite a while. I think I'm going to have to get a bigger plane to go on even longer flights where I can get some more income and possibly upgrade some of my housing or some of my other infrastructures here. So I really need more income. But yeah, thanks for checking that out.